So we've had a little bit to start. We were doing little tastings. We were trying just a few cocktails just to see how they're gonna go. So we did a little bit of due diligence before we're starting this. We hope you guys will enjoy that. So it's Whiskey Wednesday. I'm with Kat.
I'm with Gal.
And Mason may or may not make an appearance. We just don't know. He has a habit of not showing up. So I'm just... Luckily, he's my son because I can't really fire him. But anyway, we're going to go from there. Yes, it is your sweet girls. We're very sweet.
That's us.
Yes, that's us.
That's an adjective I would use.
So last week we did a whole bunch of cocktails that unfortunately we didn't get to do for Valentine's Day because with the ice storm we were kind of shut out. And we are trying desperately to remember what they are. So we give points to whomever can remember those. I do know it was a maple mule. I know that we did...
you did some old fashioned.
I think I did the old fashioned, and that was really, really good. I do remember that one. And we did something with strawberries. I'm going to go back and make sure that I read...
the strawberries and cream.
The strawberries and cream. Oh, Mason did the Coke with the Irish cream and cherries. That was super good. Yeah. And he had 3 of those at the time. Hey, Rachel!
And something for Shay, because she hated... Not hated.
Oh my gosh, the cherry brown sugar cinnamon. Yeah, that was so good. So all of those will be on this tasting menu for this weekend, and I've not posted videos or anything like that of that, so I need to do that. I promise you that that'll be coming. Jim, we were hoping that you were going to watch because we're together. We just want to say we're thinking of you and we're hoping you're doing better. Anyway, we think of you every day and talk about it and that stuff, so we're going to do a couple of cocktails maybe for you. And Jim, I don't know if you saw, but I want to tell you that I think the apple is coming back. We did a little contest to make sure that everybody would like some of the flavors that we're trying to bring back. So we're super excited because I'd like to bring back the apple, the sweet heat, and the butterscotch. I think they all were winners, and they'll be fun to mix with. Why choose one? So I'm going to start with this one because this was one that Kat and I did. If anybody can guess what this is probably my favorite. Didn't mean to do that in front of your face. I'm doing backwards because
it's safer right in front of my face.
Because I'm opposite. Because I want to make sure that Jim Newborn got to see my T-shirt and he saw that I had it actually going the right way. So it says Whiskey Wednesday is like Taco Tuesday, but for bad heinies. How about that? We'll go with that. But this is a cocktail that we did. We just did a quick test on this because it was. I really am digging these kind of grown-up glasses. These are rocks glasses. I think that these have a really nice, strong cocktail to them. So I'm enjoying these and watching these and that. So I will tell you that these have become some of my favorites to be mixing with. It is a really heavy pour. You get a little more taste of the whiskey and everything with it. So I really like these glasses, and obviously we sell these in the tasting room. But what I did with this one is we've added some of these mixers. I was telling you guys last week that we've added some mixers to our to the tasting room so that you guys can come in. Here we go. We can you can buy the mixers and the whiskeys and then be able to take this home and do your own tastings and that. So I thought that this was kind of fun. So what we did with this one, just really simple, I'll just describe it because we're going to make other cocktails. We did this one with the brown sugar cinnamon. It is an 1.5 ounce pour of the brown sugar cinnamon, and then we topped it off with the Manhattan mix. And that flavor, just I think with the cola kind of flavor with that, we just thought it was really, really good. We've been sipping this, so that's why we've been pre-gaming a little bit. But what I did with that, just to give you a quick recap on this, filled this with ice, put 1.5 ounces of the brown sugar cinnamon whiskey in it, topped it off with the Manhattan, couple little squeezes of orange in it, and it's a fantastic little cocktail. You could put a cherry on top of this if you want, just to kind of keep it going, but that one was super good. So again, brown sugar cinnamon, Manhattan mix on that. It was a match made in heaven. Really good winter cocktail. The next one that we did, because we're getting ready to go into another ice storm, if you guys didn't get enough of it for the 3 or 4 days that we were mostly out of electricity, shout out to all the linemen, because God, I know you guys were out there. I thought of you guys with all the rain and everything. Thank you so much for bringing the electricity back. I got through my laundry and everything like that, so we're excited that that's back and that. So this one we thought was kind of like looking at summertime and that. So we went with wishing that it was a little bit warmer. Sure. And we're doing this with the 8 ounce 8-ounce cocktail glass. This is just one of our tasting glasses. We're doing this because we're trying so many different ones, so we probably need to kind of temper how much we drink today. But this one we thought was really good. I have this, this is a, I'm going to keep doing this. You might need to come on this side maybe, so then I can, because then it's on this side, because this is how I do this.
Okay.
Better? So, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
so
shoot.
this is this shoots. This is the Polar. It's half and half. It is grapefruit and lemon flavor. And I will tell you, as we like to do those good, better, best, this is good. Perfect with either just the honey whiskey, but I really like this with the orange. I think the orange whiskey with the grapefruit and the lemon is just a perfect, super easy mixer. For those of you that watch your carbs, this is not a carb-friendly one. I would go with the grapefruit bubbly. It would also be really good with the orange whiskey, but we're not
sugar in it.
This has quite a bit of sugar in it. This has 44 grams of carbs if you want to do that. So we're not going to count today.
We're not counting today. I didn't realize that.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in this little tasting jar. This is an 8-ounce one, just so you guys. And again, this is just, this is the orange.
You want peach? Peach in the frosé, please.
Oh shoot! Damn. We did this with the peach. I like this perfectly with the orange whiskey. I'm just going to tell you, but with the actual cocktail we're making, good, better, best. So good would be this. Actually, this would be best for me because I really like just the simplicity of the orange. But for Kat, because she's reminding me of the cocktails that we made, we did this with the peach whiskey.
The peach whiskey.
Here we go. I'm trying to get this in because I'm doing backwards for you, Jim, and I'm going to screw this all up. So anyway, we're going to go 1 ounce of the peach whiskey in there, pouring that into my 8-ounce jar. You can see it comes up to with ice almost right below, probably right below the hammer. That would be a great idea if you're not measuring. And then I'm going to fill this frosé. So you guys, this frosé we used one more time, other time this, and I actually bought a whole bunch of this to do in the tasting room.
Good.
This works really, really, really well with both the orange whiskey if you don't want it so sweet, but it pairs super well with the peach. This has all different kinds of really exciting flavors in it. It has peach, pear, white grape, lime, lemon, strawberry. It's got a little bit of everything. So this is like summer in a bottle. So this is really good. This would be super good also, I think, just with lemonade. I think this would be great with like a lemonade or Sprite. But that's going to keep it pretty sweet. So you could temper this down with the cantaloupe whiskey. If you guys have that still, that would be really good with this. But I'm going to do this to I'm not going to put a whole bunch in there. I'm going to do this to just over the Springfield line. That's probably going to be about 3 ounces. That's going to be nice and sweet. And then you can do this if you want to keep it sweet, add your Sprite to it, or ginger ale if you guys like those. But we thought that this half and half grapefruit lemon, I have a ton of this, so this is why we're going with this one. But I think topping this off, and I would probably do a lemon in here just to kind of, because it is so sweet, just keep that kind of lemon balance from the grapefruit and lemon with this. Kat and I liked this one.
That's so good.
God, it is good with the peach. I like that with the peach.
It is good. And I think, like Kelly said, you could just easily add just a grapefruit seltzer to that, and it is, I think, even I would just like the seltzer.
The other one that there is there's this Polar, if you guys want to try and cut the carbs a tiny bit, this Polar peach seltzer I think would be really good with that too. So if you guys want to do that, or the bubbly peach, or the peach pear that
really
AHA makes, I think would be super good. And then just a splash of that frosé, because that's gonna give you, it's super sweet. It's got way too many carbs you don't want to know about this. But for those of you that don't care, we're selling this in the tasting room, so you can pair this with different whiskeys in that. I think any of these would go good. The honey would be great. The peach would be good. It is good. The orange would be great if you want to kind of temper that down. I think that those would all be good with it. So if you come in and do that, I would definitely recommend that frosé. If you have a sweetheart in mind, I would definitely get that frosé for them. So the next one, this is where I added the orange. I'm back on track. Okay, I'm back on track with this one. We're gonna do this. And I wanted to keep this. We've got some of that apple cider. You guys know I really like the apple cider, and I really like those kind of winter, kind of fall cocktail mixes. I think just are really good. favorite. Orange, my favorite. I like this orange whiskey. I just think it pairs so well with just about everything. I like it with, I did this last night with a cranberry bubbly. And I will tell you, this orange whiskey with a cranberry bubbly, fabulous. Really, really good.
What
Probably,
did you call it earlier?
What did I call it?
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
It was a game changer for me. Also super good with this. This is, if you guys are watching your carbs in that, I think this lemon lime seltzer from Food Lion is really good. I would do that with, I've done this with the mint whiskey. I've done this with the orange whiskey. I don't judge on the whiskeys at home. Whichever bottle's open, the first one in the cabinet, I usually pair it with this lemon lime seltzer or the peach pear aha, just out of preference. But I did this with the orange because you guys know we do that warm mulled cider in the tasting room all the time. It's super popular. So I kind of did a cold version of this because a lot of people don't like their cocktails hot. So I thought making a cold version of this would be really good today. So I got this Simply Apple, you guys. They sell this Walmart, Food Lion. I know they do this at all your Harris Teeters and things like that. This apple is so good if you want to do a mule. If you want to kind of keep that ginger bite, I really like this one with it.
Yes.
And you can do the maple whiskey. You could do the orange whiskey, 1842, straight bourbon, the honey whiskey, the corn whiskey would be good with this. You really kind of can change this up with whichever whiskey that you have. But I would do half the pour with this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping it pretty appley. Now this one would be really good with just the apple juice if you guys don't want to add a seltzer to it. I think it's better cutting half juice and half seltzer. It's just a preference here in the tasting room. I really like half juice, half seltzer. If I'm doing mixers, I typically do 1 part whiskey, 2 parts mixer, and then I top off with a carbonation. Oh, Mason decided to show up for work a little bit late. Just late for something, but just he's here. That's what counts. I'm not quite sure if he's going to make his own cocktail, if he's just going to taste with us. We're not sure what he's doing today, but he's here, and that's what we love. So this one I added ginger ale to. So that's the orange whiskey, about halfway up with that Simply apple juice. Any apple ciders, you guys probably have some hanging around because of the holidays and that. If you guys have it, if you've been using it, this is really good as a cold cocktail. Man, that's good. And I would definitely put a nice squeeze of orange in it just to complement the orange whiskey. And just because I do like to garnish, unlike Mason, I like to garnish. Try that one. This is really good, Mace.
It tastes a lot different than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's very wintry.
It is.
I still think, but it's refreshing, so it's
Yeah.
cool. You don't have to do that. Mace, would you like a little taste of this?
Which one's this?
That is I did that with orange whiskey. It's got Simply apple juice and ginger ale in it. So it's going to be almost like a cold, warm mulled cider. What do you think? Isn't that what it kind of tastes like to you? With a little bit of the ginger ale carbonation?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. You like it? It's not. It's pretty good.
The orange was very
strong.
Yeah, I feel like
Too strong. So
It's
Mason
good
would have
garnish.
loved it until I garnished, and as soon as I garnished, I lost him. So that's really good. That's done with well, you can guess it. Let's see if you can guess what that is. So the other one that we were gonna do is we played with a couple of juices in that. You guys know we're doing these selling these purees in here. If you guys have watched the posts. I think the puree, this is a blueberry and a blackberry. We also have peach, and we have the black cherry that we did last week with the brown sugar cinnamon and the black cherry puree with the ginger ale. You guys will have that on the menu this weekend because it was so good. I really, really liked it. So the thing that I'd like to do is we're going to wing it. We're just going to wing it today because I think we don't know what the heck we're doing right now. So this one is one I thought with the blueberry puree, because you guys know the blueberry purees that we're doing. Just to do something a little bit different. I'm going to fill this up with ice, if I can get any more ice out of here. filled my 8-ounce jar with this ice. This is going to be a really good one. If you guys haven't seen this one before, highly recommend it. Very different than the mint. Yeah, I'm going to take this mint whiskey. So you guys, this is probably the biggest surprise of all of our whiskeys. I mean, I think the other ones we kind of knew what the profiles were going to be, and you know, we could kind of blend them in that. But this mint whiskey is one that I pair with just about everything. I would experiment with this one probably, as much as I love the orange, this is probably the most fun to experiment with. This mint whiskey is not anything like
Scope.
It's not scope. It's not like mouthwashing. It's like it's actually tastes like you've actually. If you guys have ever garnished with mint or put mint, a sprig of mint in your tea, that's what this reminds me of. It's a very natural taste. So surprisingly, it just makes everything super vibrant. Don't you think?
It is so shocking. I think.
Mason's favorite is with sweet tea or iced tea with this. I love this in a good chai tea or peppermint tea. Or any of like a hot tea. I really, really like this mint whiskey with. The other thing we do this with, Brenna and I did this on Christmas Day. We did the mint whiskey with the orange pineapple juice and champagne and made a mint mimosa, which I think is really, really, really good. It kind of makes all of those juices just get really, really vibrant. I think this is great with lemonade. One of the most popular cocktails, and if you guys remember several videos ago, we did the mint with the Tom Collins, and I thought that that was super good. I thought that one was really, really good. But this mint just makes everything super vibrant. And I know I've gone long on this, but this is the surprise. If you guys come in, great mule, really, really good with some that limeade and the ginger beer. This would be great just with this and Gosling's ginger beer. But today I'm going to kind of change this up. I'm going to do the tasting with 1 ounce of the mint in here. And then I'm going to take some of this blueberry puree that we've started to sell here in the tasting room. I'm going to put a couple of swirls in there. It's probably about a tablespoon with. And then what I'm going to do is, do we have a lid? Grab one of that tiny lid right there in there. The one thing I have found that I really like doing with these tasting jars is putting the lid back on this and then using that ice and the whiskey with the puree. I think it mixes super, super well, really easy. Pre-carbonation. Mason will tell you pre-carbonation because Lord knows we've done this after carbonation and kind of lost a few lids, shot a few eyes, we're not sure. But and then I'm going to do this with that Sprite ginger. I really like this. The Sprite would be really good for summertime, but I think that ginger just keeps it a little wintry with this. And I'm going to put that mint with that. And then I'm going to, just for the sake of it, I'm going to garnish this with the lime. Lemon would be good too. I think the lime's going to be a really good balance in there. I didn't squeeze it because I don't want a really tart taste to it. Just going to garnish it just to make it pretty. Look at how pretty that is with the purple and the green. My garnish. Look at that.
You love your garnishes.
God, that is damn good.
I mean, I know it's gonna be.
No, that is like really good. That mint makes that blueberry, I swear it tastes like you're eating blueberry pie. It's just that really vibrant blueberry.
That's really good.
You don't really taste the mint in it. It just makes it super vibrant.
Yeah.
So this is definitely the one that I would recommend. So I'm just going to recap because Mason's going to jump in and he's going to do his own cocktail as he would do it. The first one we did was with the brown sugar cinnamon. We did this with our
Manhattan
rocks classes. This is a grown-up cocktail. This is definitely a good shot pour in this. Just with the ice, those whiskey blocks would be super good with this. A good shot of the brown sugar cinnamon. You could substitute this with maple, orange, 1842, the straight bourbon. We wouldn't judge on this one at all. And then, but this one we added with the Manhattan mix that we sell, and it is really good. It just makes it kind of spicy. I think that the brown sugar cinnamon complements really well with the Manhattan flavors. And then we just stuck a couple of oranges in here just for garnish. The next one I did was the peach one. This is done with the peach whiskey. I did it with the frosé that we also are selling here. This is a master of mixes. I think you might be able to get this up in Northern Virginia, but I've not found it anywhere locally. So we decided to order it and sell it here. This is really for those that like a sweeter cocktail. I would highly recommend this frosé. It's really good with ginger ale if you want to cut that a little bit, but also great with the Sprite. And Also, that Sprite ginger I thought was really good, but we did it with this polar grapefruit lemon. I thought that was really yummy in this.
Which is really like a Fresca.
It is. Yeah, if you wanted to, that's a really good point. You could substitute that polar for a Fresca, and it would be fantastic. It's kind of like the orange or the peach or the the cantaloupe would be great in the Fresca. I mean, you could go crazy with the whiskeys in that. That would be Fresca would be awesome with that, and you'd be less than a carb or 0 carbs depending on which whiskey you pick. So this one was really good. This is going to be the peach surprise or something. I'm not sure what we're going to call it. We'll come up with a fun name this week. The next one I did was with the orange whiskey. You guys know my favorite. I did this with the Simply apple juice, but you could use any apple cider. Allison.
I know.
Oh, I thought you said Addison.
No, Allison.
Okay. And then ginger ale, but this would be super good as a mule too. I would definitely substitute this if you guys want to kick that up. I would do it with either the bold ginger ale or the ginger beer. I think would also be super good with that one. And then the last one we did was the mint with the blueberry. Gosh, this one was really good. The mint blueberry, you could also substitute this with the blackberry puree that we're selling. I think that would be super good. And then just that Sprite ginger. And I like the Sprite ginger just because I think it keeps a bit of a kind of a wintry spin on that. Lemon or lime I would recommend with that because it is kind of sweet. So I would just kind of temper that. So Mace, are you ready to do your little cocktail? Okay, so Mason's going to come in. We're going to leave you. Hope you guys stay safe in the ice storm. If you guys are in Halifax or North Carolina and that, please try and stay safe and scratch yourself through this because that's what worked for us through the scratch the cocktails with this. Yeah. Okay. And then Mason's going to do his cocktail. So anyway, you guys stay safe. Here comes me. No, you're gonna. Yeah, you are. I'll come back.
All right, what's going on? I'm going to make.
Big.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Gotcha. I'm gonna make a cocktail that I haven't made in a long time. It's also not much of a cocktail. It is actually just whiskey and soda. But my favorite soda has always been Code Red Mountain Dew. So it probably doesn't sound like it's a good idea, and it's definitely, I mean, I do prefer other things, but I don't know if you remember when at the house one day I had nothing else to drink, so I want to use the 90 proof whiskey.
Here goes your pour. About a 2 ounce. What do you think? 2 ounce? Ooh. I want you guys to just see Mason's pour. This is not what we're doing in the tasting room, but he's got a good 2 to 3 ounce pour in his cocktail in a 16 ounce jar. Very low on ice, if you see.
It's what the people want.
It's what, okay.
People can't always get it, but it's what the people want.
When you go home, this is what you get.
Yeah. This is what I tell people to make.
Okay, so this is your good version, right?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's good, better, best.
Are you gonna add a garnish at all? No?
No. I like it. People's complaint about the 90, well, if they have a complaint, is that it's corn heavy or it just tastes like moonshine. So this is, I feel like, I don't know what the right word is, not tangy, but like potent enough that I think they complement
Really
well
well.
enough.
Are you gonna share and let us taste test?
I don't think y'all are gonna like that, but I mean, I don't think it's bad.
It almost tastes like a grown-up Shirley Temple a little bit.
Never smell. I feel like
I think that has more cherry taste
never
than
as
I'm
good
used
as
to.
the taste.
A splash of lemonade would make that better. A splash of lemonade. You got some lemonade there. I think that would make it super good. And then best would be obviously a garnish.
I'm gonna make a smaller one there. But
Yeah, I'm gonna just try that with a little bit of lemonade. Let me just give that a little bit of shot. For those of you, and you want me to, and I'll stick with the corn whiskey on that. How's that?
I wouldn't mix anything other than the corn whiskey. I mean, maybe the 1842, but.
Okay, so I'm gonna just change this because his is good. I'm gonna change this to better and best. Okay, just for my purpose with this because I like to kick this up a little bit. I'm going to add the 1 ounce pour just because I'm in an 8 ounce. I'm going to finish off quite a bit of his Code Red, but I'm going to add just a smidge of lemon to it because it just, I think with that, it'll just, I think this is going to make it, you wouldn't like this, Mace? You don't think? Just a splash of the lemon.
I don't know.
So I think this is going to be better.
Yeah, it makes it though.
Just taste this. I mean, yours is really good. Yours
Sure.
is really, really good. What do you think with a little bit of lemonade in it? Or sour mix you'd probably like.
Sour
I think
mix,
the
probably.
sour mix with that Code Red might be really good. So what if I just add a little bit of garnish, just a squeeze
Just
of lemon?
squeeze the lemon in, but don't put it in.
Okay, because this is Mason's cocktail. I'm just going to put a little bit of lemon in it. I would throw the lemon in there. What do you think of that? Is that a little bit better with the tartness?
That is actually pretty good. I think that cuts back on the 90. Like you're not getting as much 90 in it. With mine, you definitely
Good.
get it.
Better. Best.
I only brought one. I need to try the sour mix.
Oh my God, we're going to have to try that with the sour. Well, we need to
I feel like the sour
repeat
mix,
that.
yeah.
That would be really good. So this one for Mason is just the Code Red with the corn whiskey. I think this would be really good. Also, I think you could do this if you're going to add the lemon with the honey whiskey. I think that the honey would be really good in that. What do you think?
Maybe, but I would. I mean, some things definitely no. Like
Mace-
blackberry, no way.
No.
Orange, no. Maybe the mint.
Orange might work though.
If it's subtle, yeah.
Mason doesn't believe in anything under 90 or 100 proof, just so you know. He's really kicked his whiskey tasting
Honey
up to
would
that.
work too.
Honey
Come in
pepper.
here. So, but he would do this just with the corn whiskey, and he does the corn whiskey or the 1842 or the straight bourbon a lot with like root beer, Coke, ginger
Pretty much
ale
root beer.
sometimes.
Root beer. I mean, I don't. Coke is my last resort now. I feel like.
Yeah, you like doing something with a little bit of flavor more. Dr. Pepper is also super good with some of these whiskeys. So if you guys like to just do like a 2-ingredient one, that would be it. I really think that adding some lemonade or even just a few squeezes of lemon to it gave it a nice little tartness that this didn't have.
It has potential. I mean, I feel like if you work on it, you can find like a good ratio.
Apparently I need to work on this
No,
cocktail.
but I'm saying, or like the sour mix.
The sour mix I think would be super good with
the
this.
mint would be interesting.
Yep.
Um,
And then I just threw an extra lemon in
that
there
would
just
be
to kind of
interesting.
bring out a tiny bit of tartness to it. But again, this is where I think it's kind of fun where you can kind of take the levels to it. So like if you start with the whiskey and just a carbonation, that's good. And then you can add a little bit of juice to it. That makes it better. And then if you want to add some of the purees or garnish with a good squeeze of fruit into that, highly recommend that. And I'm definitely up for some frosé. And thank you so much. And we'll go from there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll make sure we post these recipes this week. If you guys are around in this ice storm and that stuff still, please stay safe. Can you get your face in here just to say hello, say goodbye? And anyway, you guys just stay safe this week and hope you guys enjoyed this and stay tuned. Take care.